Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's video is going to be my monthly haul for the month of January. I'm trying to sit back far enough so you can see my cute little shirt. It says, "Just a girl who loves raccoons," and his little face is adorable, but I feel like by the end of the video I'm gonna have sunk down here, so his head may poke up a little bit every now and then. Anyway, okay, monthly haul. I've actually ordered some things that are fitting into the beauty category, which is very exciting. For the first time in a long time, I actually placed an order at Sephora. Predominantly spurred on by the fact that it was my birthday month and I could get that free thing, which of course sucked me into buying way more product than I actually needed. But you know, that's how they get you. So yeah, let's dig into the Sephora haul. There's also a whole bunch of other things in this video too, not just Sephora. Okay, the first thing that I've sort of been hemming and hawing about over the last month since it became available on Sephora's website was the Too Faced Light My Fire mini palette. Now this has gone in and out of my basket at Sephora constantly, being like, do I need it? Do I not need it? Like, I don't need it, frankly. But I was like, oh, I'm really curious about it. So obviously I've picked it up and it is what's on my eyes today. So this is the, if I can get it out of the packaging, the Too Faced Light My Fire mini palette. And I really am kind of obsessed with these mini palettes. I've got quite a few of them and the quality is really good and the color stories tend to be quite interesting. Some of them are a little bit more on the neutral side of things, but this one really piqued my interest because it's all these like oranges and reds, and Too Faced doesn't do this really, right? Like they're more known for like neutrals, natural kind of colors, and it's very rare that you get an exciting palette like the Life's a Festival palette, for example. That just doesn't happen that often. So when I saw this, I was like, I'm sure I have these colors, but I'm intrigued to play with them in the Too Faced formula. Also, this thing claims to smell like cinnamon hearts, and it does a little bit, but it's nowhere near as strong as the other palettes, which I find kind of annoying, but I'm sure there's people out there who appreciate the fact that it's not an overpowering scent. But I did really enjoy playing with this. I do feel like the mattes are fantastic, like really good quality. The shimmers are a little bit weird. Like they're a little bit more flaky, so I would recommend using them wet, not dry, because otherwise you just don't get a ton of color payoff. It's more of a flaky texture. But I did really enjoy this and I'm happy that I picked it up. Also, I'm like always pumped to pick up red eyeshadow palettes because it's just like my overall aesthetic is red eyeshadow in general, so I was really pleased with this one. Okay, in the same order, I was surprised to find that I actually ordered this. This is the Sephora Collection AMA Amino Acid Water Gel Mask, Hydrate and Refresh. I thought I took this out of my cart, so I was really surprised that when it showed up, so I must have made a blunder somewhere. I'm surprised to see it because I've struggled a little bit with Sephora Collection's more recent reformulated moisturizers, so I don't really know what possessed me to pick this up, aside from the fact that it says water gel mask on it. I think that's probably the most appealing part of it. I like any sort of hydrating face mask or moisturizer. There's a lot of facial masks that are hydrating that claim that they're only a mask and you're supposed to take it off after, I don't know, 15 minutes. But most of this stuff just sinks into my skin anyway. So I'm hopeful that that's what's going to happen with this. It's sealed, so I'm not going to open it up because I've got another moisturizer I'm using right now. But I am curious about this. Like I said, I've been a little bit skeptical about Sephora Collection's reformulated moisturizers. I had a really good experience with one of them, but the other one was absolute garbage. So we'll see how that one goes. Okay. So I have claimed quite often that I am an incredibly cheap bitch when it comes to skincare. I just don't like spending the money on it because it's not that intriguing. However, in the last year, skincare is pretty much the only thing that I'm regularly going through. So I am feeling a little bit more lenient towards spending more money on skincare. And I picked up a $77 face mask, but it's essentially a moisturizer. So I finally bought Glam Glow, okay? Like people have been talking about this for years and I feel like I just finally caved and bought one. And it's mostly because I tried out a sample size of the Thirsty Mud, which is what this is, hydrating treatment the other day, and I couldn't believe just how hydrating that thing was. Now, this thing claims that it's a mask, but honestly, like I just mentioned before with the other moisturizer, I put it on my skin and it sank in almost completely. There was no point pulling the mask off my face later on because it was just sinking all in. So I really liked how hydrating it was, and it you know, caused me to cave and buy a $77 moisturizer. Like, that is insane. But anyway, it was very effective, so this packaging is rather luxe, and I have to say, when I pulled out the size of this container, I was like, that's it? That's how big you are for the price that I paid? Like, this is tiny, man. How much is even in here? Do you not say because you're too embarrassed? 1.7 ounces or 50 grams. Yeah, that's not a ton of product. But I do like how luxe it looks. And yeah, this one's sealed too, so I'm not gonna pop that open just yet. But yeah, I went kind of bonkers spending that kind of money on this thing. I mean, I guess it's okay. I'm big into the hydrating stuff because it's the middle of winter. It's finally getting cold here in Toronto. Like, I think it's -10 outside right now. And I just really like to make sure I've got as much moisture in my face as I possibly can. Okay, what else is in this Sephora order? I don't think I ordered this or even put a, you know, coupon code in, but I've got the Drunk Elephant Proteiny Polypeptide Cream on this side, and then the Jelly Cleanser on the other side. And it's just one of these little card things, not that exciting. This is for a birthday gift, so I did choose this one. There was a NARS bronzer and I think lip duo that was kind of appealing, but I was like, I don't need bronzer and I definitely don't need lip products right now. So I decided to pick up the Laneige Trio. So what is in this sucker? I've got a mini size of the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I've used this before, do really enjoy it. Never purchased a full-size version though, because I always seem to have minis on hand of that. I have the Laneige Water Sleeping Mask. It's a hydrating one. You know, that's so funny. The French translation is always significantly different for most products, but it's funny, in English it says water sleeping mask. In French it says masque de nuit hydratant, which is hydrating night mask. Nowhere on the English side does it say that it's hydrating, so that's kind of funny. And then I've got the Laneige Water Bank Moisture Cream as well. So like a lot of skincare, a lot of hydrating stuff. This one was either a coupon code or a point perk, I don't really know. This is the Clarins Extra Firming Youthful Lift Neck and Décolleté Care Cream, another moisturizer. And then, I don't know why I ordered this. I think it was on sale and it was a pumpkin, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it. So this is the Sephora Pumpkin Face Mask. Yep. And then I picked up a pair of Tarte lashes. I really, really love Tarte's false lashes. And my favorite pair in the style Flirt was the one I initially wanted to pick up, but it went out of stock as I was putting my order in. And I was like, ugh. And I'm a little bit scared because Flirt is not available in the US, but the Canadian Sephora website still had it. So is it just out of stock permanently now because they're no longer producing that style? Because I'm gonna be really sad. Those were my favorites and I used up my last pair. So instead I decided to try the GTL cruelty-free lashes. Their GTL stands for go-to lashes, because they looked somewhat similar to the Flirt lashes online. Now that I'm looking at the product in person, these look enormous, and maybe I can like zoom you in a little bit better. I don't know, maybe they don't look that big on camera, but they're so much bigger than what I was expecting that I'm a little bit scared right now. Oh, did I make a bad choice? The other pair I probably should have picked up, but I still have a pair on hand, is the Center of Attention lashes by Tarte. Those are phenomenal too, but Flirt is still my favorite. Okay, the very last thing I grabbed is this Kat Von D. We're not supposed to call it that anymore, are we? It's the KVD vegan, I don't know, whatever. The old Kat Von D brand that's since been rebranded. Shake Primer. So I decided to pick this up because I noticed that my Inglot eye primer is starting to get really low, and I might still have a few months left in that thing, but I saw this and I was like, okay, that'll be interesting to have on hand because I've seen people using it and it's very interesting. So this is the High Impact eyeshadow primer, again called the Shake Primer. And what's neat about this is that it's like this bi-phase eyeshadow primer, and you shake it up, Shake Primer, get it? And it turns into this weird oily like substance, and you hit a button at the bottom and you put like a drop on your finger, put your fingers together and then put it on your eyes as primer, and it's supposed to just be really translucent, clear, and go on like water, but be a primer. Look, I've never used an eyeshadow primer like that before, so I'm super curious to give this a shot. yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of people raving about it online over the last few months, and I'm like, okay, let me give that a shot. So yeah, I don't know, I'm curious about this one. Eyeshadow primer is not exactly the most exciting thing in the world, but the delivery mechanism on that and the whole way that the product sort of interacts is definitely intriguing to me. Okay, so I also placed an order at nailpolishcanada.com, which is my favorite place to order nail polish in Canada, hands down. They have a minimum free shipping order around, I think, $35, which is pretty good. And I stock up on my Sage Vive there constantly. They're really nice. The delivery is fast. Love using nailpolishcanada.com. So I picked up Sage Vive, which I always have backups for on hand. Top coat, quick drying, lovely, best thing ever. And then I also grabbed some polishes from the OPI Christmas collection that, you know, launched, I don't know, a month or two ago. And this was one of those awkward situations where the PR company had told me that they would send me the Christmas collection because they've been sending me collections for years, and it just never showed up. And I was like, oh crap, like there's polishes that I definitely want to pick up from that collection. So I had to make sure that I went and found them online so I could snag them. So I only got 2, but they are, again, what was the name of the collection? I don't remember. It was the holiday one. And these are like sparkly polishes, which is a little bit surprising for me because I do tend to prefer like a cream finish, but these were so pretty that I couldn't resist them. So this one here is called All a Twitter in Glitter, and it's this like opalescent type glitter. It might be hard with the glaring ring light. That's a little bit more milky pastel than I thought it was going to be, but it's rather pretty, and this might be something I end up using on my toenails. We'll see. And then the other one was really intriguing. So this one is called Puttin' on the Glitz, and it is this kind of like deep blue with some green shot through it, and it's got all kinds of like little flaky glitters. They're not glitters, they're flakes that are just like gemstones in there. It is such a pretty looking color, and I haven't used it yet. I haven't used either of these yet, and I really wanted to pick them up from the holiday collection. There were other ones that I wanted too, but I think the bulk of that collection was mostly shimmery, and I was like, you're not in love with shimmer finish polishes, so just grab the sparkly ones that you want and leave that collection alone. So yeah, anyway, nailpolishcanada.com. I can't recommend it enough. If you're in Canada and you want nail polish, go to that website. They have like every collection ever on there. Okay, I also put in an order at Jojos Bath Bombs. So I have this little container right here of her products. Talk about Jojos a lot lately, so she probably needs no introduction, but she is a Canadian homegrown bath bomb maker, an indie bath bomb maker, and she recently launched her Valentine's Day collection. Now, listen, I am not the kind of like hearts and kind of Valentine's Day type woman. I'm not super into that, like, and little roses and stuff like that. Like, it's just not really me. I like getting roses for Valentine's Day, don't get me wrong, but like little hearts and rosebud type thing is not generally me. However, she had a whole bunch of stuff for the Valentine's Day collection that was super interesting, so I grabbed them. And let me tell you, I waited an hour, I think, to order from her launch time, and I missed out on products that I wanted. So if you ever want anything from Jojos Bath Bombs, make sure that you are on their website at launch hour so that you can get everything you want. Okay, let's start by talking about the first product, which is actually a heart, which I just sort of said that I didn't love. This is the Love Struck Bath Bomb. It is raspberries, black currants, cranberries, woodsy cedar, cinnamon, and warm amber. And it's like, you know, this little heart with a bow on it, and there's a whole bunch of glitter on it. And this one, oh, that smells quite fresh. I like that. The next one is one that I grabbed that is very not me, but I love her bath bomb, so I just wanted to grab it anyway. This is the Cocoa Rose Bath Bomb, and it is a white bath bomb with a little like rosebud at the top. It smells like bergamot, lemon, lily, ginger, nutmeg, hyacinth, freesia, peony, and musk. That one smells really good too. Yeah, like some of these I don't love necessarily the aesthetic of because I'm not that kind of person, but the scent descriptions were so interesting that I was like, I'm gonna give that a shot. This one smells really good. This one's cool though. This is like a Starbucks type coffee mug or something like that. This is the Caramel Cream Coffee Bath Bomb. Smells like coffee, caramel, tonka bean, coconut, vanilla, and maple syrup. Maple syrup basically sold me on that. Anyway, I thought this one was really cute. And then we've got this more like regular size bath bomb with these little lips on the top. And this one is the Mandarin Cranberry Bath Bomb. Smells like zesty mandarins, golden oranges, juicy cranberries, and plums. Yeah, oh, I think there was this one in another one from another collection, like this scent profile. This is really good. Anything with like citrus in it, I'm sold. And then this one, which is not very Valentine's Day themed, but is cute nonetheless. It's got a little seahorse on the top. This, oh, it has no label. I don't know what this is. I have no idea. Okay, it's just cute. Can't really pinpoint what that smells like. More watery, like ozonic or something. This one is a pair of lips, and it is the Pucker Up Buttercup Bath Bomb. Raspberry, blackberry, strawberries, coconut milk, roses, vanilla, and amber musk. So that one's quite cute. And then I've got this like gnome holding a heart. He's the, it's called the I Wanna Gnome What Love Is Bath Bomb. Funny. Fruity floral with notes of apple, berries, cyclamen, lily, and musk. That one's interesting. That one smells very cotton candy-esque to me. And then this super fun, bright, like splat of color is the Color Splash Bath Bomb. Makes you think of County Fair fresh cotton candy. Oh, maybe, okay, I think this dude's been sitting beside this one because this one smells heavily like cotton candy. Yeah, and okay, now my nose is getting overwhelmed. This one's more like cotton candy than this guy is. And then, as an add-on for any orders that were purchased, she actually sent along some like real cotton candy, which I just think is cute. I haven't eaten it yet. I'll probably just give it to my husband. But I thought that that was a really cute like add-on. And I love having all these bath bombs on hand now because I can go restock the pile that's sitting in my closet, which was a video that I filmed last week. And I just love pulling out new bath bombs to use. Okay, the last few products that I have to show you for this haul this month are very thematic for COVID, frankly. I ordered 2 more pairs of sweatpants from H&M because that is all that I wear these days. I got a black pair here. These are in the size medium. Frankly, I am starting to verge towards a large at the moment, so I probably could have sized up, but I hold out hope that I will control my eating and drinking at some point and will be able to stay in the mediums. I just bought a pair of black ones because I didn't have them. I mostly have like 2 pairs of grays, a light pink pair, which is just like, ugh, to me. I think that's it, really. So got a black pair, and then I got this like purple pair. I have ordered different types of their sweatpants before in the past, and there was a pair that I just didn't like at all. I think they ended up calling them joggers as opposed to sweatpants, and they just didn't fit quite right. Where the pockets hit was just no go. I didn't like it. But this one in particular, which I bought many pairs of, it just continues to fit like absolutely wonderfully. And so I got this purple pair because I thought they were quite nice. And yeah, pockets obviously because you gotta have pockets. I'll link to it down below as I do with all the products that I end up talking about, but this is my like #1 pair of sweatpants from H&M. They are fantastic, and I'm currently wearing a gray pair right now. And what's nice about them too is that they're only like 20 bucks. I've mentioned this before, but I refuse to pay the price tag like that Roots has of like $70 for a pair of sweatpants. That's just insane to me. Like these are 20 bucks each. They wear forever. That's the only thing I'm wearing right now, and it's over a year later and they're still fantastic. So that's great. And the last thing I picked up is a Jillian Michaels workout DVD. This is the 30-day shred. I have a lot of her DVDs from like years ago that I used to use all the time. And I found that the ones that I have on hand right now are just ones that I don't tend to stick with because I don't necessarily love the exercises in them. They tend to be overly complicated for no good reason. So I just kind of find myself being like, what the heck is this? Like I'm sure it's effective, but it just seems like unnecessarily difficult. Now, this was the original DVD that I used like 10 years ago that really helped to like tone my muscle and help me like just work out at home. But I used to have a ripped torrent version of it, and we can't find those files anymore. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Just go buy the DVD like you have with the other ones. So this is the original 30-day shred from what I remember. And I don't follow their path about doing, you know, a workout every single day because it's a little bit extreme. If you're starting out with this is difficult. It's not like an easy thing, and you will be sore after the first day. So it's not like you can work out every day with it. But this is my preferred workout DVD because I know that it works for me, and I have consistently done it for many years in the past that I really just wanted to pull this one back out again. So I picked that up on Amazon. I think it was probably around 15 bucks. It's pretty cheap. But it's one of my favorites to use for sure. So I just thought it was high time that I actually had a DVD copy of it because, again, like I said, I couldn't find the torrented files. Okay, so looking around, I think I've covered everything for my haul for the month of January. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found all these products that I picked up interesting. Listen, my favorite thing about filming these hauls is now taking everything that I have now and going and putting it away in its proper spots. That fills me with so much joy. Probably because they end up sitting in like a little cubby in my filming room for the entire month until I film these videos, and it's just like, it's kind of a bit of clutter. And then when I film this, I get to go put it in its proper spot, and that fills me with a lot of joy. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go put all this stuff away. Thanks for joining me today. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you next time.